Alright guys, so this is my Coleman CT200 UA. Really this video is just going to be kind of talking about the whole bike in general and showing y'all all the things that I've done to it, all the modifications, blah blah blah. So overall I probably spent about $2,000 on this, and including all of this too. I've calculated it. I'm about to drop another about 600-700 on a new engine. So I already have the 212 non-Hemi. I don't know if I've ever told y'all that, but I do have a non-Hemi Predator 212, and I am wanting to build that. So since I'm going to be building that, I don't have a purpose for this engine anymore. So that means I'm going to sell it. If you are interested in it, please let me know. Later in the video, I will say everything that's been done to it, and it is very capable of a lot of things. It's a nice street bike. It can also be used as a drag racing bike or just a kart bike. A kart engine, kart racing, whatever. You could throw it in a lot of different things. It'll work. But yeah, I'm going to be selling it. I haven't figured out exactly how much just yet. I'm kind of debating that because I do want to not make some money, but I do want to get some money from it, so that way I can put that towards my 212. But my goal is to buy all the parts for the 212, build that, make sure that runs great, and then I'll take this engine out, put the things that I need to put on it, and then sell it. Things that I'm going to put on it before I sell it. I'm going to leave this 10-tooth clutch on here. I'm going to put a side exit header going down with the muffler. I'm going to be putting, I'm going to be keeping the spark plug, keeping this carburetor, a different red intake manifold, different flywheel cover. I will be putting one of those top plates on, most likely, not sure just yet, but one of those on with a fuel pump. A different valve cover, billet valve cover. I want to keep this billet valve cover because I like it. And then I'm going to touch up some of the paint because it's not great everywhere. But yeah, so I will be selling that. Just let me know. If you're interested in it, I'll leave links in the next video that I make. Will probably be me selling this. So when I post a video about me selling this, it'll have all the links to buy it, all of that sort of stuff. And if you're interested in it and you want to talk to me now, just leave a comment down below and I'll try and get back to you, and we'll figure out a way to communicate. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. It is capable of 65 to 7,500 RPMs. I'm pretty sure it can hit 7,500. I'm not sure, but if I do remember correctly, that's what this cam is rated at. And then, it has some other benefits. It can go 60 miles an hour plus. I've hit 61. I'm sure you could hit 65 plus with a lighter bike and better gearing. So yeah, it's a very nice engine. I would recommend it, and it's a great beginner built engine. So yeah. Let's go ahead and get on into talking about this. Actually, first, I'm going to talk about all the parts that I'm going to be putting in my built 212. But yeah, after that, we'll get on into building or talking about this engine. All right, y'all. So I want to show y'all the 212 parts build list and what I'm going to buy. Just so y'all have an idea kind of what it's going to be like. Not all the parts that I will be getting are on this. Just because I'll need a couple other things like a carburetor, some other things like that. So on eBay, I'm going to be getting a couple more things, probably a new oil catch can. If I don't get that oil catch can on eBay, I'll get it on Go Power Sports, the aluminum spun oil catch can. On eBay, I'm going to be getting the a 26 millimeter flat slide Mikuni-like carburetor. It should support as much as I need it to. Should support the air and fuel that I need, so I think that'll work out just fine. 26 should be a good number. I think 32 is kind of a lot, kind of excessive for a 212. So yeah, 26 should work just fine, and it's a little budget friendly. So first off is the Dyno Cams 356 cam. Oh, and the reason why I'm using OMB Warehouse compared to Go Power Sports is because Go Power Sports is a lot more expensive compared to OMB Warehouse. OMB Warehouse, I can get most of the same things for a little cheaper and a little bit better things for cheaper, which I'll show you in just a sec. But yeah, so OMB Warehouse also has free shipping. I earned it because I have like $700 worth of parts in my shopping cart. So yeah. All right, so first off is a 356 cam. I want high horsepower and high RPMs, and this is the best way to do it. And it's gonna sound great. The chop already on my 265 hot cam is already amazing, so I'm excited to hear the 356. Next up is a billet rod. You always need a billet rod and a billet flywheel, or at least a one-piece flywheel on any high RPM, high horsepower build. It's just, even though it doesn't have that much horsepower, even though it doesn't have that much, performance increase, it is very important and very needed because it will help your build, support. It's a supporting mod, It also, both of these also have performance in them. So the 20 thousandths longer billet rod has a little bit longer of a rod for more compression, so the piston can go a little bit higher. The flywheel has built-in timing, so the spark is a little bit quicker than let's say a normal flywheel. I've thought about doing or also getting a 8-degree plus timing key, but I don't think that is needed in the flywheel in general. Next is the flat top piston. Flat top piston will help a lot with compression. Basically, for a naturally aspirated build, compression is your best friend, and that's essentially what turbochargers and superchargers do in general. They add more air, they add a lot of cold compressed air going very fast, and that's basically why, having more compression with a flat top piston, higher compression head, is basically the same thing as turboing it and supercharging it, just a little bit different, not tunable. So yeah. Next, 36-pound valve springs. You need that for the cam. That's the rating of for the cam. You need those for the cam. And I'm probably going to be getting the stainless steel valve kit that comes with 36-pound valve springs and the billet retainers and keepers, stuff like that. So, or titanium, whatever. I'm probably going to get that instead of this. I'm not sure just yet. I'm going to try to save as much money as possible, but also have a very high horsepower build. But we'll see down the road. Next, the chromoly push rods. I am getting the 5.260 push rods because I'm pretty sure, last I checked, that's what matches the rockers, and you need matching parts, that way they work together. Also, chromoly, you need chromoly because stock push rods won't hold the weight of 36-pound valve springs. You'll get you'll probably crumple the rods, or not the rods, the push rods. You'll probably crumple them, and that would be no bueno. Next, the 1.2 billet roller rev rockers. I think this is a good idea to have, roller rockers, because it kind of frees up horsepower, to my understanding, and also it's 1.2 to 1 ratio, so it gives you a little bit more. I'm pretty sure it gives you a little bit more power in general. Next is the billet side cover. I'm not going to be getting this right now, with the whole engine build, or with all these parts, just because it is so expensive. I do want to save that for a future thing. I will be getting it in the future, just not now. I don't have the budget to spend, $800, $700 on this. So, yeah. Next is the high compression 14cc cylinder head. So this is a lot, let me show you the picture of it. This has a lot more compression built in. Let's show the chamber. Yeah, so compared to a stock head, yeah, compared to the stock head, it's, you know, a huge difference. So that's the stock head. Not terrible, but compared to this, you can see there's obviously less compression in it. I will probably need to be doing some clearances on it though. Unfortunately, I'll have to do the Play-Doh thing and kind of figure that stuff out. But my plan is to port and polish this also. We will port and polish this, but also to port and polish the stock 212 head, kind of build that out and put some valve springs on there and sell that and make some money back. But yeah, so that's the plan for the engine build. Total will be about $750. Hopefully I do get the free shipping like it said. Yeah, I'm just trying to save as much money but also have a very high horsepower engine build. All right, now let's get on to the bike. All right, guys, sorry I was talking so much about my 212 build. I think that's an important thing, but let's go ahead and get on into the bike. So starting up front, we have the Go Power Sports Universal Suspension. They did say on the website, which I did not see before I bought it, that it does not fit the Coleman CT 200U series, which is exactly what I have. But I ended up getting it to work, or it worked just fine, but the suspension is very stiff. I guess the angles and the geometry of it, it's not supposed to work, I guess. I don't know why they say it can't. It fits. It just doesn't have a lot of like suspension in it, you know, and it's also very heavy. So if you're trying to save weight, stick with your stock handlebars. But this also kind of lowers your bike also. I do have the 10-inch wheels and tires, or 10-inch wheels, and then the 3x10 tire. Sorry, it's upside down, but it's a street tire. You can find it on Go Power Sports. It also has the inner tube because it is a 2-piece wheel. Going to the handlebars, I do have a replaced twist throttle, a kill switch, or the stock kill switch, and then the stock brake lever. I don't have a grip on there. I just don't really need it. It's not very important, and all the grips that I would try fitting on there, they're kind of loose, so I just took it off and didn't want to deal with it. Next is the oil catch can. It's a homemade oil catch can. It's a seafoam can. It's venting from my NR Racing built valve cover. Going in there. Next is my fuel tank. This only holds premium. I only put premium fuel in there just to help the engine out. Yeah, I don't do anything less than premium. So yeah, welded this bracket on. I know it's a little bit crooked. I didn't know that at the time, and I just kind of wanted to speed through it. And then we have a little makeshift bracket going up there. Now, talking about the engine itself, I do have the 212 valve cover, or not valve cover, the 212 flywheel cover on there because the other one broke, and the satin finish just looks a little bit better, and it's kind of like, I don't know, cooler, I guess. We have the one-piece flywheel on there, the PVO one-piece flywheel. It is a little bit heavier, but only by like 2 or 3 ounces than the billet flywheel. And it's a lot cheaper, about like 40 bucks, maybe 20 bucks. I don't know. I don't really remember. A lot cheaper. So we got that instead. We replaced the crank in it because when I blew up the engine, I messed up the crank. So we replaced the crank. We have a stock length billet rod going to a flat top piston with new rings, all of that. All new gaskets on the whole engine, just so you know, 10 thousandths gasket on the head, or 10 thousandths head gasket. I have a 265 hot cam, like I mentioned previously. Great chop. I will include a video or two of it chopping at the very end, and I'll also try and show you or do a little ride video at the end also, just in case y'all wanted to hear it. It is kind of sluggish with this gearing though, which, you know, I'll explain a little bit later. In the head, it's a mild port and polish finish. It's not shaved for more compression. It's not shaved. So stock height, stock everything like that. But it is ported and polished with stock valves, stock retainers, keepers, stock lifters, stock push rods, and stock rocker arms. Do have 22-pound valve springs because that's what the cam called for. And then obviously the billet NR Racing valve cover that's a little bit dirty that I need to clean up. And then this 22 knockoff Mikuni carb. It is a round slide. It has given, the only thing that has really given me troubles is the carburetor and gaskets. So I use gasket maker, high temp gasket maker for these engines because they vibrate so much it rattles the bolts loose. And then I also use blue Loctite on the nuts and bolts. So the nuts down here and then the bolts over there. Bolts over there. Going to the carb, like I said, 93 octane. I think it's 93 that I use. So premium fuel. I also have a fuel shutoff valve just in case I need it. Blue intake manifold. An Autolite racing spark plug. I do have a 90-degree angle NGK spark plug boot. That's not very important, but I will put that on my 212 because I also need a threaded spark plug. So yeah, that's that area. I put this nitrous looking the NOS energy drink. I put that on there. Me and my co-workers thought it'd be funny at my work, so yeah, we zip tied that on there. I do have a Go Power Sports racing header, pretty cheap one, but it does sound pretty good. What else? Back tire. It's actually a lawn tire. It's called a High Run. It's a 16 by 6.5 by 8. Sorry, it's kind of bad to see, but right now it is bald. I need to get another one. It's usually ribbed. I can't really describe it, but it has ribs. It looks pretty cool, but right now it's bald. I will be getting another one soon, hopefully. I am dumping a lot of money into this bike already, so might have to wait a little bit. Over here, I did put a clutch on like y'all wanted. I used to have a torque converter set up. That's why I have this 2-inch riser plate. The torque converter just, you know, it kept on giving me problems, so I wanted to try out this clutch. It blew up one last time, and I already had this clutch sitting around in my garage, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. So I had to figure out some of this. I had to tap this crank just because the threads were a little bit messed up. I guess I was too rough with them and kind of stripped them. But yeah, so has a 10-tooth clutch, 420 chain going all the way to a 50-tooth rear sprocket. The gearing on this is absolutely terrible. I hate it. It's so slow, but it does pick up speed at top end, obviously, because it is a top end gearing. But yeah, so that's pretty much the whole bike. I do have slotted brake shoes. I just put those in. They're water jet cut, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything else. It is painted black with polished fins, so yeah. I am looking to sell this. I will be doing a couple things. I will be putting on my red intake manifold. I'll keep the spark plug in there. If I'm shipping it out, I will drain the oil and include a quart of oil. If you're doing local pickup, I'll just keep the oil in there. I will look over the engine though, make sure everything's looking good. I will be keeping this clutch on there because when I go to my 212, I will be switching back to a torque converter probably. So I will keep that clutch on there. So yeah, just let me know if y'all are interested in it. Let's go ahead and get to the chopping video.